Hello, everybody. Welcome once again. My name is Jack. I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, I'm a musician, and I also like to help people empower themselves through creativity. Now, what I mean by that is, hopefully if you're here, you are a creative person. I mean, I think we're all creative people. You're maybe a musician or a singer, or maybe you're a writer or an artist, a filmmaker, whatever it is you do, you want to do it and you want to do it a lot, right? The more you make, the better. I believe in quantity over quality because the quality, honestly, that's going to take care of itself over the long haul. Your job is not to worry about how good something you make is or isn't. Your job is to make it. Period. In this series of videos that I'm making here on creative empowerment, we're going to talk about spirituality because for me, creativity and spirituality are one and the same. When we create, it's an act of faith, and anytime we take that leap of faith, it's spiritual. It's something that is between us and our personal trust in what we do. So I think that we need to start by going ahead and talking about what our belief systems are. And are you willing to challenge your belief system? When we talk about spirituality, sometimes people get wrapped up in the idea of religion or organized religion and how we feel about that, good or bad. Maybe we went to church and we didn't like it. Maybe we don't agree with some things that some religions say, or maybe even the thought of it kind of turns us off, right? Maybe religion isn't cool, or being spiritual maybe not seem cool. And what I want to do here is help us look at spirituality in a way that makes it cool. It's cool to have faith. It's cool to believe in something. It helps you. Now, where I want to get started is talking about the word God, right? The word God is a very, very triggering word. It brings about thoughts of a stern parent, right? Someone who's going to maybe punish you for doing something wrong, right? The guy who's in control. And I think that we need to twist that a little bit and challenge our belief systems, whatever that may be. Because if you don't believe in spirituality, or let's just say you tend to not be a spiritual person, maybe you think more scientifically, and that's fine because you can approach this whole process in a scientific way. We can look at this whole process of exploring our spirituality as an experiment, right? You experiment with something and you record the results. That's science, right? So let's do that. Let's explore what your belief systems are and then record the results and see how it goes. Why not? It'd be fun, right? If nothing else, it's an experiment. And why not? Because what do you got to lose? If nothing else, you're going to at least learn what it means to test yourself, test your belief systems. I believe, and it's not just me, but someone else also believes, someone who I trust very much. And her name is Julia Cameron. She wrote this book. It's called The Artist Way. And this book really helped me explore that and come up with a belief system that I really, really feel comfortable with. And that is this: God, or for lack of a better word, if you take the letters God, you can look at it to mean a good, orderly direction, right? God, good, orderly direction. So it doesn't have to mean spirit in the sky, looking down on us, judging us. It can mean anything. It can mean the energy of nature. It can mean the energy of the sun, the source of all energy. You can mean the force, right? Whatever it is you want to call it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you call it. You can call it anything you want. Because as Alan Watts once said, you can't get wet by the word water. So you can call it whatever you want. But what I want you to believe it to be is the source energy that is helping us all. And what Julia Cameron refers to it as is the great creator. God being a creator, an artist. Because if you look at it, if you look at the world and you look at nature and you look at flowers and you look at trees and you look at every single kind of animal, how many kinds of animals are there? I don't know, a million? How many kinds of birds are there? How many kinds of flowers are there? Dude, no two snowflakes are alike, right? No two snowflakes are alike. So God is not only an artist, he didn't know when to stop. So if God is an artist, right, and he's a creator, and he created us, like, wouldn't that mean that he loves artists? Wouldn't that mean that he wants us to create? And he wants us to be creative? Wouldn't that make sense? Maybe. Let's play with that a little bit. Sometimes, as artists, we run into that wall, right? Well, what we like to call a creative block. And it gets hard. It's hard to even sit down and pick up that pen and start writing. It's hard to sit at the easel and start painting. It's hard to pick up your guitar and just play it. Sometimes it's just hard to sit down and do it. Sometimes we can't find the time. But what we need to do is trust that if we do sit down, if we do show up at the page and just take care of that quantity, just get in that 5-10 minutes of work, eventually we're going to get to where we want to go. You got to start somewhere. So creativity isn't about pulling from the sky, and I'll wait till I'm inspired, right? That's the thing, right? Oh, the inspiration just comes. And sometimes it does. Sometimes the inspiration, it hits you immediately. That happens to me sometimes. Like I'll wake up and I'll have an idea, like first thing in the morning. But, not always. Sometimes it's work, right? Sometimes it's work. And I think that's what a lot of people don't want to admit, that creating and being creative is work. You got to sit down and you got to do it, even when you don't feel like it, because you're building that muscle, that reflex to just get it done. Because sometimes you'll find that you might actually come up with something when you don't expect to. You build up a tolerance for that resistance or against that resistance, and you work anyway. And there's certain basic principles that apply to the world and to the universe that are here to help us create. And if we just open our minds a little bit to that, we will be able to be more creative, and everything will flow much, much more easily. No matter what it is you do. You have a gift. I'm telling you right now, you have a gift, whatever it is. And God gave it to you. And you using that gift is your gift back to God. So sometimes we might feel that, being an artist is frivolous. We got work to do, man. We got bills to pay. I got a kid to take care of. I got a job to do. I don't have time to waste. Well, actually that's not true. You're giving that gift back to God. That's what he wants you to do. And it's the natural order of life. Creativity is the natural order of life. And I'm going to take it even a step further and say, when you refuse to be creative, when you stop yourself from being creative, when you let those blocks keep you from doing what you want to do, then that's going against nature. You're going against it's counter to what is supposed to be going on. And that's only going to cause more difficulty in the rest of your life. It's going to cause difficulty when you're just trying to get work done, or when you're picking up the kids from school, or when you're making dinner. You're not going to be at ease. There's going to be something bothering you. And it's discomfort is what it is. Sometimes it's easier to just create than it is not to create. And sometimes you'll find that when you get that work done, let's say you write a page or two, or let's say you play the guitar for 5-10 minutes, whatever it is that you want to do, once you get that done, you get it out of your system, all of a sudden, you're a better parent. You're a better friend. You're a better husband. You're a better wife. You're willing to go do your job and go work for some boss that doesn't appreciate you because you got your shit done. And that makes you feel good. What I'm trying to say is, What we're going to be doing here, working towards our creativity, is safe. You don't have to worry about anybody punishing you for doing something that you shouldn't be doing. Maybe you were told that being an artist was wrong for any number of reasons. Maybe artists are irresponsible. Artists are lazy. Artists are drug addicts. Artists are promiscuous. Artists are the wrong sexual orientation. Artists should be punished. We don't need artists. They're useless. On and on and on and on, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that what we're going to be doing is safe. You are safe to do this. Not only that, it's what you are meant to do. Anyway, this is a great quote from the great trumpet player Louis Armstrong. He said, "Music is life. Music is life. If you don't live it, it won't come through your horn." So it's important to know that your life is your music. It's your art. It's your painting. And you have to live your life, and you have to enjoy your life. And being an artist is part of that. A really, really crucial part. Next time, we're going to come back and we're going to get into some details of the tools that we're going to use to be creative. Because, again, like I said, we're not going to be doing too much, esoteric talk. This is basically as far as we're going to go with that. More to the point, we're going to talk about specific tools that are going to help you be creative. One of these tools is called morning pages, where that will involve writing in a journal. But don't be scared. Don't be scared. Remember, this is an experiment. We're scientists. We're going to experiment here, and we're going to see what happens. And we're also going to experiment not only with that, working with journal, but we're also going to experience with playing around. There's something called an artist date, where you take yourself on a date and you go out and you do something fun. That sounds cool, right? Yeah, it's harder than you think. Sometimes it's harder to make yourself go out and have fun than it is to force yourself to do work. So just be careful of that. Your artist wants to play. Your artist wants to have fun, and you got to give yourself a safe time to do that. Because when you play and you have fun, that's when you get these ideas and you become creative, and you do your best work when you're having fun. If you so choose, this book is called The Artist's Way, and I'm going to be referring to it a lot here. You don't have to go out and buy it in order to be part of what we're going to do here, but it would help. With that being said, just remember to be grateful for what we've got, be grateful for the gifts that you have, and let's move forward and show the world how great you are, because you are great. Thanks, everybody.